If you want to build an application but don't know what to build, this video is for you. And in this video, I'll be sharing 5 app ideas that I know for a fact will work because I've done the research and I know people are already paying for it and I've validated them as well. Let's get into it. Before I share the ideas, to tell you a little bit about myself, I started 12 years ago building my first game. Since then, I've built over 100 applications and games, worked with the biggest brands out there, exited 3 times, and now I'm running my own venture studio, which co-invests and co-builds software products with people who have an audience. So before I share the ideas, let me tell you what is my criteria to make sure these ideas actually make sense. The first thing I look at is trends, meaning if more people are starting to get into that subject or topic than the year before. And if there's a year-over-year growth, then that's an industry that gets me interested. Meaning if people are already paying competitor applications or paying for the product or spending money in that niche in any shape or form, that means there's buyer intent, meaning people have the intention to spend money for that specific industry. And the third is if people are already forming in some sort of a community around the topic. Let's get into the first idea. A lot of people are getting into the GLP-1 subscriptions, meaning the people who are buying subscriptions for Ozempic or GLP-1 is increasing year after year. In fact, the first one-man billion-dollar company came into existence this year off of the exact same trend. They sell GLP-1 subscriptions. But you know what they don't sell? Apps and tooling around it. Reminding you to exercise afterwards, reminding to take the other supplements that would be complementary to it, or just a general health monitor based off of your GLP-1 consumption. There's a lot of rooms for this, and even MyFitnessPal integrated a GLP-1 reminder feature. You could literally take that and turn it into a specific product for the crowd, and then down the line turn that into a community-based application. The next app is going to be a skin scanning application. If you've been following the channel, I shared how I validated and had people paying me $25 per scan for scanning their face and telling them what colors fit them. Now the same idea could apply for skin and skincare products. There's a trend towards it as well. There's this app called Coves that is getting a lot of traction by helping you become hotter without any surgery. And you could piggyback off of the same trend, make an application that scans your face, gives you the skincare products and the routines you need to have without having a surgery. Just looking at the growth Coves had during the past year, I feel like a competitor or a niche down version of it would perform super well. By the way, if you think having a competitor is a disadvantage, that's literally the opposite way of every successful entrepreneur's thinking. Because having a competitor shows you there's a market and there's demand. People are willing to pay for this. And you could gain market share if you do this better with a 20% twist compared to the competitor. Number 3 is a coating system for blue-collar jobs. For example, imagine a roofing company. There needs to be a person that goes there physically, looks at the roof to give the client a coat. But if you have a system that goes on Google Earth, scans the roof, and gives them an estimate, and then being able to directly take that proposal to the clients instead of having manual labor going there every time to give them a quote, that's going to save them a lot of money, and it's going to help them close more as well. Because the quicker you could respond to your leads with a quote, the higher your chance of closing them would be. And there's statistics around this. There's literally a 30 to 80% increase in the chance of closing somebody if you get to them quicker. So this would have a direct business impact for them. And if you make them more money, you're going to be able to make money as well. Idea number 4 is accountability partners. I like the idea of accountability. A lot of people are struggling to keep themselves accountable with something. There's a very important fact. If you have a friend who keeps you accountable, your chances of being actually accountable to achieve something increases by over 50%. So the way I would approach it is building something that allows you to put on a bet, and if you lose, your friends get the money. It's essentially a way for you to be accountable through community. And there's so many already existing successful accountability applications. This is the 20% twist you could apply on top of them to stand out and become successful. And idea number 5, which is something that I'll share more in this channel, is an idea that I'm actually working on, but feel free to steal it or compete with it. It's an idea I call pick. A lot of people are struggling to choose the profile pictures for them to use on dating applications. And what we do in this application for men is to give them a panel of 100 women that would vote on the pictures they share in the platform to see which one gets the highest vote and they could use in their profile. This plays in one of the most important aspects of dating life for men. So if you could improve the dating process for somebody, you're gonna automatically make a lot of money. In my channel, I'm sharing everything I know about building successful products, from the ones that made millions of dollars to the ones that made $0. I took all the learnings and I'm making content about that. So if you want to learn more about building successful products, follow for more. Cheers.